streets of downtown Salt Lake City, Utah. Our broadcast location today. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brett Berry. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. We'll look at the Jazz. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And I think for Sacramento, they've used the doubters as fuel for this season's strong showing. Night after night, each guy plays with that proverbial chip on his shoulder.
Now Sacramento starting 5. They've got Adebayo. Morant is out there with Murray. And it's E in at the 3 slot. And for Utah, Mitchell is the 2 with Ingles at the 3. Enes Kanter is out there with Gobert. And it's Conley in at the 1. Nailed from three-point land. Greg, as the season goes on, here we are about halfway through it. Are players' roles still evolving?
Not the starters at this point, Kevin. They're pretty much
They
set.
are what they are.
They are set in their ways, and they're set in the minutes that they're going to be playing. What the coaches are trying to find are unique combinations that might have to be on the floor because circumstances from the other team are dictating so. So which are my lineups that I can have out there that defensively I'm going to shut down great guard play? Which of the lineups do I have to have out there in order for us to have an enhanced shooting ability for a stretch of minutes? Which ones are going to speed my team up to put pressure on the opposition? I think that's where it is that coaches are trying to do a little bit of tweaking.
That one goes in.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Tip of the cap there. I mean, that defense was good. The finish was better.
The drive by Mitchell. Lays it up off the glass. Mitchell's got 6.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Down low. Here we go. Oh.
Wow. And that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg. That is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
A bit of a rut here early, just 1 of 4 so far.
The shot's good. He's got 10.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Murray, the pass to Adebayo. Kanter trying to free himself up. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
Conley into the lane. The shot comes out.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Utah. And a change for Sacramento. Brunson's checked in, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over.
The Kings shooting their first free throws of the night right here. Daniel Tice is checked in for Gobert. Porter's checked in for Sacramento. He hits both from the stripe. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. It's stolen by Adebayo.
You see the corner awareness Morant has. Outstanding at keeping his teammates involved with good looks.
Jazz leading by 5. And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Yep, made the defense work extremely hard and did a nice job of getting any advantage they could against a team that shot it well.
O'Neal's check in for Utah. This ball comes in for Michael Conley. And what hot hot hands have been coming from the ranks of the small forwards this past month. A look at the leading shooting percentages for those players. Third is Michael Porter.
And that is such an efficient group offensively. That really is the best way to describe them. I mean, they never force anything and always wait for the right shot.
And when they get to those sweet spots, you can just count it. Each one of them is capable of having that kind of night where it looks like the bucket is about 5 feet wide for them.
And in a league obsessed with shooting, easy to see why Bojan Bogdanovic has solidified himself as a key player.
I mean, over 40% from long range in recent years. Competes defensively. He's a player.
And Utah making a change here. Exum's checked in. And so Bogdanovic has both of them.
And Bogdanovic is a confident, efficient player, a guy who can play either the 2 or 3 spots on the floor.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Chris Paul picks up that one. The Kings have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. Brent, you know, the moving screen is one of those very difficult judgment calls, isn't it?
It's a tough one, Kevin, but what do you look for all the time in replays when you see that call? It's almost like the salsa. I'm looking at the hips and the feet. If the feet are too wide, and Kevin Garnett was the biggest problematic moving screen setter that I ever saw, being 6'11" and spreading out those sticks of his. But if the feet go wider than the shoulder, impossible. And then the hip move as the defender is moving around the screener, just enough of a nudge for him not to be able to catch up.
Yeah.
Those are the ones where the referees, I think, are most in tune to in order to blow the whistle. Mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Here's Porter. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
Here's Paul. Misses off the left iron. The Kings trail by 4, and that one goes out of bounds. That's touched by Porter.
Well, that's 2 teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
So for the Jazz, their last game, a win against the Rockets in Houston.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
Another shot, and Bogdanovic lays it in. Bogdanovic has got 6.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Here's Brunson. Offensive rebound.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
1 second left. Can't hit that one. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Utah Jazz. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And don't go away. We'll be right back. During his tenure in Utah, Coach Quinn Snyder has quickly earned the appreciation of his players, including Rudy Gobert.
It's very key to have a coach like that. He really takes everything, with heart, and he wants us to be the best defensive team in the league, as I do.
Coach Snyder doing a terrific job with his team.
Just a great tactician, and he's clearly got his guys buying in to his message.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Jazz. We've got Bojan Bogdanovic. Exum is out there with Chris Paul. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Tice in at the 5. And And the Jazz with some changes. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Joe Ingles in for Royce O'Neal. Sacramento also making some changes. Oliver's checked in for Damian Jones. And Murray subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Here's Paul. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
So good with the handle is Chris Paul, putting the D on its heels.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
Jazz leading by 5. Paul, right side, buries it down low. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
So creative right there. Paul's fantastic at finding ways to get inside and capitalize, whether it's him or a teammate.
And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20, but Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
A different look for Utah. Cantor checked in for Daniel Tice. Mitchell comes in for Dante Exum. And Mike Conley subbed in for Chris Paul. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And Gobert kicks to Cantor. Jazz passing it around. And Gobert with the basket on the assist from Conley. Gobert's got his first basket.
Well, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Pass to E. Fires the 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change. Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in. It just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
Over to the left wing. Here's E. Drops in the tray. And now just a 2-point Jazz lead.
Shooting it with more confidence now. Look at his face. He didn't look quite right in the opening minutes. Finding it now.
It's tipped. Here's Conley. Gobert trying to get open. The shot's good from Cantor. And the Jazz lead by 4.
And it's not a secret. Cantor is a major factor on the offensive glass thanks to his size, strength, and excellent hand.
Timeout called by the Kings. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Utah. Porter's checked in for Sacramento. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Sacramento Kings. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Here's Morant. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Utah leading by 4. Kicks it out to Mitchell. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 3 assists tonight.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Wide open look here for Murray with nobody on him. He buries the jumper. Murray's got his second basket of the night.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
They get it back. Gobert makes it off the glass.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's E. Morant dishes to Murray. 1:07 left in the second quarter. Clock at 6. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. And it's Morant missing.
We haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
Count it. 6 points for Rudy Gobert.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Here's Morant. The kick out to Porter. Cantor with it. He's picked up by Morant.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Don't want to rush it, but you don't want to take too much time here.
The Kings trail by 9. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's E. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. He's got 11 points.
Well, the game's 4 quarters, and after a tough first half, he's found his rhythm in the second.
Conley, the pass to Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
The sheer strength of Cantor really coming through there. Throws it down with intent.
Here's Morant, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
From deep three-point range, and that one released in time, but no good. And that does it for the first half of play. Utah out in front. They're up by 7. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. A tremendous start for Donovan Mitchell. He had 13 points and 1 assist. And Shaq, what did you think about what we saw from Utah?
Well, few players have ever burst on the scene the way Donovan Mitchell did. Dominated as a rookie, he continued to build out his game, very aggressive in the first half.
And Kenny, what'd you see from Sacramento?
Well, I think they could be way more physical than they have been in the first half. Their defense gave up way too many easy looks, and that kind of defense will turn to a loss any night.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Starting off the second half, here's Luke Walton's 5. Oliver is out there with Adebayo. Then there's Murray. Then it's Morant. And it's E in at the 3. When certain players make everyone around them better. Talk about some of those guys who will do that at the very highest level.
The interesting thing about today's game, Kevin, is it's not always the point guard position. I think in the past we thought 2 ways. The point guard, who has the ball in his hands, finding guys for them to make shots. And then through the 80s and 90s, it was low post players who were getting double teams and initiating some offense. Nowadays, it's a lot of wing guys. And it's guys like Kawhi Leonard, it's guys like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, throw Draymond Green in there with his ability to pass the ball. Jokic in there with his ability to pass the ball. It's all happening around the three-point line and getting into the gaps. So they look a little bit different, the initiators, in today's game.
And for those of you tuning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Here's Conley. And Gobert gets to Conley. Gets an open look and hits. Conley's got 7 points.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Looks up a 3. And it's Morant missing. Jazz leading by 5. And it's Conley penetrating. Can't hit from in close.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Sweet little floater. He's got 9.
Gotta admire how clever Conley is. Gifted at catching the defense off guard with that soft floater.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And over the course of his career, Mike Conley taking on more and more of the leadership mantle.
He's embraced it, Kevin. And he said letting his hair down was a way of letting go and just being confident in himself.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Daniel Tice comes in for Enes Kanter. And it's Bogdanovich in for Joe Ingles. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for Sacramento. On Tuesday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. Then on Tuesday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers.
So much intrigue around Justice Winslow, who's still trying to find the right position in the NBA. Last year, a lot of it was at the point guard position as a wing.
Mitchell wide open. They get it again.
Second chance points have really been an issue here defensively.
The Kings trail by 6. Here's Brunson. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
A different look for Utah. Dante Exum comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Paul in for Mike Conley. Here's Exum. Gobert trying to get open. A nice shot by Exum. Exum's got his first points of the night.
And that's the kind of move that will always pay off, even against tight defense like he was facing on that possession.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Winslow, the pass to Brunson. The three, and with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Gibbs.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Paul passes to Tice, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Chris Paul at his best right there on that kind of play. A legendary distributor who spots the open man.
And the basket by Gibbs.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
Paul, right side, shoots from the line, and Utah again with the bucket.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Winslow finds Jones. Back to Winslow from past the arc, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Winslow's got 4 points this quarter.
Good timing from Winslow. He measured up that shot before the ball even got to him.
And there's the pass to Bogdanovich. No good there, and the Kings going the other way now. Here's Brunson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brunson's got his second bucket of the night.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that.
Here's Exum. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. O'Neal's check in for the Jazz. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Sacramento Kings. They lead by 1. Brunson kicks to Winslow. 29 seconds left in the third. And it's good, 2 points.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Paul from 13 feet. It goes down. Paul's got 8 points.
Said it time and time again, Chris Paul in the mid-range is pretty much half the time going to be good.
Brunson, good.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Exum's shot is off. Good if it goes. No good on the last second attempt there. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Kings lead by 3. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena. You're watching 2K Sports.
No, I started from the Kings regular lineup, and I didn't use any. I traded for everybody. I just tanked. I tanked that version. This is for the YouTube channel.
And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
and he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. At the forward slots, it's Bogdanovich and Ingles. Chris Paul is out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Cantor in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group right now for Utah. Good ball movement here by the Kings, and it's sent back by Mitchell. Pass to Morant. Second chance effort, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Chris Paul picks up that one.
And Morant is great at putting pressure on defenders, which in turn draws contact.
Michael Conley, he's checked in for Chris Paul. And the Utah Jazz, not exactly a magnet for big-name free agents, Greg, but for their young star, Donovan Mitchell, it has been a perfect fit.
You know, they needed a scorer. He's played big minutes from day one and really thrived in that role.
Well, every coach should show players game tape of how he just boxed out right there. Great job with the footwork and using his body to step to the rebound.
Back to Conley. Mitchell kicks to Conley. 5 on the clock. Sinks the triple.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Here's E, covered by Mitchell. Inside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And I tell you, Bogdanovich is crafty inside. Knows how to get under the skin of the defense there and forces them to foul.
Sacramento making a switch here. Murray's checked in. The Kings trailing. And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That is his first foul of the game. The Jazz making a switch here. Gobert's checked in. Passes it to Morant. Latrey. It's good from long range. And the Kings lead by 2.
And boy, when Morant stretches the floor, those driving lanes just get bigger.
Yes, that goes in.
And this is what you love about the game. Superb defense, great steal, and just like that, they add 2 points to this narrow lead.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Morant passes to E. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. Pass to Gobert. Now, here's Ingles. Here's Cantor. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays.
The former Turkish star and 3rd overall pick in the 2011 draft, Cantor is still trying to become a dominant force at the NBA level.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Outside Conley. Back to Cantor. Mitchell kicks to Conley. Shoots over Morant. Here's Gobert. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And Gobert drops them both. Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Giving up a run here. Can they turn it around?
It's hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a 4th? I'm not sure.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Luke Walton was just talking about strategy with his team. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
Murray, the pass to Oliver. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Morant. And again, unable to change momentum here. Murray against Bishop. No one near Conley as he lets it go. And too long on the shot.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They're pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Here's Gobert. The feed to Cantor. Now, here's Ingles. 6 on the shot clock. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Cantor's shot is off. For Sacramento, they've gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. It drops.
The nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Utah calls timeout. They trail by 1. 51 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Now here's Conley, guarded closely. Over Morant, it falls! Sounds like a rock concert in here.
And guys, that was the bucket they have been waiting for.
The pass to Adebayo. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Ingles covering. Shot clock at 6. Here's Morant. Rebound, Utah. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And he commits the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Nope. Every opportunity. Flawless execution.
And that was so clutch. I mean, they're in front by the slimmest of margins, in need of a stop right here.
Utah calls timeout. They're behind by 1. There's 10 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And sometimes not just what a coach draws up, but who he has execute in these moments.
And here is Conley. From the arc. And so it's Sacramento who scrape by with the win. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah, class 2026. We're going to the HEB. Just click the HEB 7 YouTube.